But let's get up and let's take a look at our grill work. In fact, let me get some. I got a spirit, maybe. Switch hands. I'm right-handed. Let me get this in my right hand. Okay, I mean, it's cooking, but I don't fully trust it. Like, this one's probably coming along a little better. They're on the cooler side. We could test it. Plus, I'm wondering if is your thermometer thing, is new batteries is not doing accurate readings, because that one steak, it only said was 130 when it was on longer than the rest. So I don't know, it might need new batteries. But what are you getting? If this looks accurate-ish, I'll believe it. What are you getting?
150, 151.
Not bad. I would say let's leave it on because I'm just, another few minutes. What's that one going to?
154, 155.
Not bad.
Yeah.
We're in the ballpark. Let's try to get over one. I don't want to go to 170. It's too dry. Let's try to get to the 160 mark. And it's funny. I had this dream. Oh, we'll do the steak. Then we'll do the pork chops. And then we can do some sausages or some other,
hamburgers.
Right. But now look how dark it's getting already. Because remember, you forget. That's why it's so. I understand it all makes sense. It's November. We're losing daylight as the northern hemisphere heads further away from the sun. That's not the point. The point is, normally this time of year we wouldn't be grilling, so we wouldn't even be, talking about this, having this discussion. But because it's been perfect grilling weather, we think, okay, we got all the time in the world, and you realize, oh shit, it really is, the fall, autumn, and we are losing daylight rapidly, and we don't have the time to do all this as cooking. But the briquettes are holding up well, and I think another few minutes, this should, maybe we'll throw, because look at those briquettes. They look so beautiful. It's like, oh, damn. We should have started doing this, I guess, what, like, late morning, early, I bet it's like oh my God. And I don't know, my pen, yeah, my pen fell in my pocket. How'd that happen? Look at that, I had a pen here. Got pen in pocket, don't want to lose it. I'm special, special. Gotta have some of your pork chop, give it to me. All right, so let's take a look here. And I don't know if this is psychosomatic. My brother just noticed. It was a nice, mild, pleasant day. Now as the sun's going down, it really is getting chilly. I came to sit down. All of a sudden, I feel that November, nothing lasts forever. Even cold November rain. We don't have the rain, but now I feel like, okay, it is fall. It didn't feel like the daytime has been so pleasant and mild and dry. You don't realize when the sun's out. But as soon as the sun sets, you're right. Okay, it is November, isn't it? Jesus, I'm getting that chill that, not quite frosty yet, but that just... if you're from Hawaii, you might not know what I'm talking about, but that cool. Yes. So we really can't do much grilling after this, unless you want to try to throw on some sausage. We can see how we feel.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can get this to cook decently. I'm not really hungry. That steak, we both had 2 steaks apiece. We grilled up 4. All right, what else? I want to mention I went to Social Security. I actually went to the office in person the other day, and I said, apparently what this lawyer did, they applied for both SSDI and SSI, which they shouldn't have done. And after some putting around at the Social Security, I said to them, listen, you wanted these notes submitted, but if I hadn't submitted them, when would they have reset? And they said, oh, November 28th. But they said, since you're here now, they give you 1 month. So we issued them October 28th, November 28th. We want to hear from you within 1 month. So I said, okay. But she said, since you're here today, yesterday was the 18th, we can cancel it out now. So I signed some form. I forget what it's called. I should look it up just for our records. And I can see it in your shades. I can see my reflection. Hold on, let me... I looked it up. It's called an SSA 521, and it's a short form. If you sign it, but you got to give an excuse why you want to withdraw. Because remember, I didn't even fill out the paperwork they sent. And instead of writing down, I want to get rid of this lawyer, I wrote down, I want to attempt one last chance at working. If it doesn't work out, I'll apply for SSDI after New Year's, which... Because I was thinking to myself, what if someone really does like working and they think they're physically incapacitated, and then suddenly as they're applying, they have that miracle cure and they can walk again. I got to imagine. So I put down, I want to try to work one more time. Hope this doesn't count against me in the future, but I don't trust this lawyer because I called them. I called them again afterwards, after I left the Social Security. Again, they didn't answer. They were probably waiting for me to see the forms submitted with Social Security. Called the lawyer, left a message saying, listen, I didn't tell him why. I said, I want to attempt working again. I apologize. If something changes, I'll call you back. I filled out the SSA. Remember, all their forms, all Social Security forms start with SSA. I filled out the SSA 521. I'm withdrawing for now. Disregard, blah, blah, blah. I'm occupational click. The one guy I spoke to a guy before I spoke to the chick, and the guy at the Social Security was like, well, you got to be careful because, if you apply on your own, the lawyer might say they're entitled to a cut because their name appeared, blah, blah, blah. But part of the reason why I want to do it myself, at least to start, I might need a lawyer in the long run. A, if I've got to submit all this paperwork, what the hell good is a lawyer? But B, I need to know what's going on because a lawyer isn't communicating with me. I want to know I want to apply. I applied for SSDI. These are the forms that come with it. If I do want to apply for SSI, I'll see what forms come with that. Pay stubs. What pay stubs do they need or not need? I need to know. Apparently, I can't trust the lawyer. Even Social Security wasn't much help. They're just bureaucrats who say, if you want to cancel out, fill out the 521. But first she goes, yeah, I said they applied for SSDI, right? This chick at Social Security is like, yeah, SSDI, that was it. And then later on, I'm like, why do you know all these pay stubs? Oh, to see if you had enough money to cover or if you really needed it. I'm like, what are you talking about? SSDI? She goes, no, for SSI. I said, whoa, what did the lawyer apply for? So the Social Security people are morons. And the lawyer's not telling me what they did or didn't do, so I got to do it myself. That way I know what's going on. And then at some point, because I don't know. It's just, God, what a fucking hassle. It's just, what a, All right, how much more time before we check on the pork chops? Now or
A couple more minutes.
Why don't you show real quick to your left? If you look here, remember, actually show all three. Remember I buzzed down, if you remember where this started, I buzzed down these plants that were overgrowing onto the deck. If you want, you can go back and look at those videos. The buzz and grills, 1, 2, 3. But my brother noticed something strange. Remember, this used to be overgrown with this golden slipper plant. But what do you see there?
Yeah, something scratched into the deck.
Yeah, what would do that? Because it wasn't like that when I buzzed it down, right? We can go back and check the tape. I don't recall it being. What do you think that was? And why would they do it? Because I think these plants you see here that I buzzed down, I think they're poisonous. Very few things, okay, look over here. Beyond the grill, those are called arborvitaes. Deer love arborvitaes. In really, really bad winters, deer will go to town on arborvitaes. Deer will not eat these golden slipper things, whatever they're called. And so these are pretty much safe from predation. So whatever came and did that wasn't looking for the plant. What did it think was there? Maybe I should have left the plant overgrowing on the deck. What would scrape that up? Was it a raccoon? Was it a squirrel? Was it a wood bear?
Did we scrape it up? Was there like mold or something?
I gotta look at the tape. Did I drop something? Because I don't recall. Yeah, I would have noticed that unless I what?
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. Did we spill some? Maybe some pork chop or steak fluid there, and some critter came at night and tried to I don't know. But yeah, what a mess. But it's all that being there the day I buzzed that down. I'll have to check. All right, so let's check the pork chops, you say?
Yes.
Here, let's go. Let's get the tongue. I gotta switch hands. Okay, looking betterish. Like I say, with pork, I get worried. Pork is not steak. Where steak, you can play the medium well. Pork, you gotta cook thoroughly. These are thick. I got a knife. I can maybe get another knife. I'll cut into it. I'm worried about, I know the outside's probably cooked, but what about deep inside? All right, let me do that. What I should probably do is this. All right. I mean, we can leave the lid off if you want. See that?
Keep this one.
That side is pretty charred, but what's going on inside? This one, you want to flip that way? Yeah. Okay. Let me get a knife here. Wait here, you can leave it open. I'm going to get a knife. No, you call that a knife? This is a knife, mate. And I guess we'll just give it just a little, because it's a pretty sharp knife. I'm not going to cut it in half, but I want to cut these slits just so we get some, and I can't actually, tell you what. I'll still hold the camera. My brother, put the lid down for a minute. Why don't you hold this, what was it, fork, spear thing? What do we call it? Just I'll just cut some slits in it. See that? Just some little, not too nuts, but by doing this, hopefully we'll get some inside. Okay, that looks okay. Let's try this one. Same thing. Even though it looks charred on the outside, I don't want to cut it too much. It's like, let's see if we can get some, but it does feel juicy. I'll give it that. Tried pork chops or little pork cutlets the other night. They came out, they were edible, but they were too leathery. Left them in too long. Okay, that should be good. You want to leave them over the, no, stop. You want to leave them over the briquette?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. All right, so we'll cover that again for a few more minutes, and then we'll maybe take the top off, maybe move them to the cool side, maybe both, maybe neither. We'll see. We'll give it a few more minutes. And we'll come back over. You can see it's getting dark rapidly. And as the sun disappears, it feels like fall. Yeah. Daytime feels like grilling weather. Sun goes bye-bye, it's fall. It's autumn. But yeah, good beer.
Yes.
I'm full. I don't need to eat right now. Yeah. But I was hoping to get, steak, pork chops. I thought we could do one more item. Maybe we'll see how we feel. Maybe we'll push ourselves just so we have some food for tomorrow. But I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Yeah, what the hell did this? What critter did? Like, that's some pretty serious damage. I would have noticed that. Now, I can be very destructive. Like you said, I nicked the deck itself when I was doing this. But I don't think I did that. Unless that was always there. Unless there was destruction from when the plant was growing over it. And after clearing the plant, I don't know, I'm just speculating. Yeah. This space here where that was covered with this plant overgrowing, just like This space here was covered. You saw the videos, and this one, where the right where the grill was all plant material, which I buzzed down. So I don't know what would tear into the deck like that. That's kind of screwed up. It's a mystery. You know, it could, I probably not, but I was thinking a black bear. There are black bears around here. Could have been a bear, but I doubt it was a bear. It's probably raccoon would be my first guess.
Maybe
What?
skunk.
Skunk, squirrel. What else could do this?
Opossum.
A possum? Yeah, a possum maybe. I don't think a rabbit would do that. Do you think a fox came on the deck? Unlikely, but possible. Bobcat? Even a coyote? I mean, but I don't know.
No, it's not
I think it was something a little smaller paws. So yeah, I would say raccoon, maybe opossum. Those are my two guesses. But why would they do that? What was there? What were they looking for? Nothing. I don't think anything eats, to the best of my knowledge, nothing eats this plant. So it wasn't this they were attracted to. You must have dropped or spilled some steak or some sauce or some juices or something, because, or I don't know. I really don't know what this is. This actually feels, I don't want to break it. This feels compromised. Like, you know what I mean? Oh. Another day in this shithole house that, you probably have to get out of soon. But the plants do look nice. They come up to the deck, you get this nice wall, but now the deck itself is clear, so you can walk and put, this is just a can of bleach. Why is that bleach there? I used it to clean off this table. This table was covered in like lichen. There was all this lichen over the winter, I guess. And when spring started, I'm like, holy shit. The glass, especially on the bottom had like, algae. The bottom had like this brown algae growing, and the top had actually, bottom had algae, top was still glass. It was this side panel here had lichen growing on it. I was like, oh God. And the reason that happened, because it was over here in this corner, and this thing was overgrowing. So, I think if we were in the center of the deck, away from plant life, would have been better. It was buried underneath.
Maybe when you drag the table out, the table dug into the deck.
I don't know. That doesn't look like a table, no. Because this table is light as a feather. I picked it up, I put it in the grass, I got the hose, I got the bleach. I went to town, cleaned off very easily, got the algae, got rid of the lichen. But yeah, it was just... And getting back to Social Security one more time. Let's take a look. I think it needs a few more minutes, right? I think we can move it to the cooler side. You want to leave it there? Getting back to Social Security. Like, I'm happy for people. I'm not trying to challenge anyone's neat bucks or anything like that. I'm happy for people who say, well, I don't know how it happened. I just magically got on SSI or whatever. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. But there's so much bureaucracy involved. Like, when this lawyer applied for both SSDI and SSI, apparently that's why Social Security wanted the pay stubs. So if you had a job, if you had like a successful career, and then all of a sudden you decide, I want to go on SSDI, how do you get approved for it without having to submit like 2 or 3 years worth of pay stubs, which is what Social Security wanted me to do? And they can check all that shit anyway. All these government bureaucracies and agencies, they can all cross-examine. You can't get away with lying, but they want you to provide here are my W-2s, here's what I didn't earn. So I can understand if you're like some retard kid who's never worked and now you're 18 and mommy signs you up for SSI, my son's a retard, he has no job history. That I can see, But if you've actually worked for years, you're making good money, you had a professional job, and all of a sudden one day you decide, screw this. Unless you're out of work for like 5 years, I got to imagine anyone applying for SSI, they would want pay stubs or some kind of proof. So when people say, I don't know, I just applied and I got it. It's like, well, you didn't have to go to a Social Security office. You didn't have to provide documentation. What did they ask you for at SSI? I don't want to think about it now. I don't blame you, but I'm going to actually document the fucking process. You can give us a little something, I'm right to submit some forms. No, surprisingly, they didn't ask for anything. I don't know. You can give us a little more, I think everyone knows who I'm talking about, but because I don't get it. There's so much bureaucracy involved that I just applied online. I got approved. Okay, but
what was wanted? What was needed from you?
Yeah, it's like, you weren't just some kid who I've never worked a day in my life. I was diagnosed as a child. You
several jobs.
And yeah, even if you were a candidate, I'm not saying you weren't. You were a candidate, but they still, in the process thereof, didn't want all this this paperwork. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. So we got the November mists. Well, no real mist because it's so dry, but the November. And we will do a quick refrigerator thing because my brother got some meats. We got some more ground beef, which is, what is this? 80 lean, 20 fat. Still those breakfast sausages. We got more sausages here, sausages there, and these look like a different type of pork chop cut. So we have other meats we could be cooking, but the problem is we're running out of daylight, and I don't know, these while it's still burning, I don't know, maybe we can throw in those little sausages. I will see how we feel. The pork chops need another couple minutes, and I don't know. I'm just listening to some birds chirping. It's nice how this deck is totally surrounded by these. My father planted these years ago, even though he doesn't own this house. The landlord didn't give a shit. And they've grown, mature. This nice wall. Yep. Arborvitaes. And what else do I want to talk about? It's sort of just a walk and talk ramble. I feel like, not a walk and talk, but a grill and talk pastiche, a rambling pastiche. Well, I guess that's really everything I want to share for now, I think. I don't know. I mean, oh, there's something else I wanted to talk about real quick. Dropped off my car today. Even though I'm on unemployment, I guess I'll put on a credit card. Brakes have been spongy for quite a long time, and I probably need an oil change because, I'm over 200 some odd thousand miles, and it's been a while. So the oil is probably like sludge. So I said, listen, you look at the brakes and do an oil change. It's fine. And when I was there, of course, like I said, I live the closest to my auto parts job. I live the closest. So,
Your former auto parts.
My former auto parts shop. The shop I go to is, on the route. It's one of the places they deliver to. The route. And, it was still, what time was this? It was like 10:30, 11-ish. I forget what time it was. It was early. So I remember thinking to myself, what if that big behemoth, tall fag asshole shows up, but he wasn't on the clock yet? And I thought it's ironic. I'm probably going to pay for some brake pads, which are going to be delivered by the place that I used to work at. But I did see one of the guys, this high yellow, nice colored guy, retiree. I spoke to him briefly. I could tell he was cautious because, like I said, I get along with everybody there except this tall fag and Henry Rollins. So this dude, I forget what his name is. Is it Bill or Will or whatever the fuck his name is? He, black dude, or high yellow. He was like, "Oh, how you doing?" You could tell he was being polite, but he didn't want to. He was nervous because that's still his job, and he doesn't want to. As I said, I'm not going to get you in any trouble, but yeah, they tell you what happened to me, and he goes, he knows more than he's letting on. He goes, "No, they just told me that they had to let you go, or I don't know." I said, "Yeah, it's okay." I said, "Well, it's good to see you, man." And he goes, "Yeah, because he goes, I'm a morning guy, so I don't really know what's going on in the afternoons." And I said, "I understand." Like he basically didn't want to go there, and I didn't want to pressure him. Plus, he had other deliveries to make. But I said, "Say hi to all the morning people for me," because sometimes I'd work mornings. So even though we were in different shifts, I said, "Say hi to the morning folk for me." So, but it's just weird. It's like my life really is a Kafka novel. It's like I was thinking to myself, because statistically, what are the odds that they'll be delivering parts right then and there? And of course, yeah, I go to drop off the car, and right then this dude pulls up, and he's like I said, I got along with him, but it's like just a reminder of what I used to be, and all the shit that happens to me. And this colored guy, I don't have a problem with him. He doesn't have a problem with me. He doesn't have a problem with the tall fag. The tall fag doesn't have a problem. This colored guy doesn't bother people or get bothered. I'm the guy, the autistic retard that these bipolar, narcissistic, psychos latch onto. Like I said, it's not like schoolyard bully. Like, give me your lunch money every day. Oh no, he's going to get me. Quite the opposite. I thought we were buddies. We got along. It's not like, he can be a bit obnoxious, but then other days he's friendly. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're cool. I wouldn't expect him to go to this extreme, but this isn't the first time something like this has happened to me, and more stories to come. It's time I start just walking around or driving around telling my damn stories. We should do a fall walk, but this has been an unimpressive fall because it's been so dry. So like the leaves kind of just shriveled. It wasn't like if we'd had the rain we normally would, you'd have these impressive, reds, yellows. This was the dullest, because of the dryness, the drought. This was the dullest fall we've had to date. Like leaves just sort of shriveled up, turned brown. You didn't get those vibrant yellows and oranges and the blood reds. You didn't get that this year because of the drought. So there's really not much fall foliage to enjoy. All right, but what the hell? Why don't I take one off and we'll test it? So yes, I saw a former coworker. What else? We'll try this. We'll go with this one. Nice guy, but again, like I said, he doesn't have a problem with me. But the tall fag doesn't have a problem with him. This guy I saw today, Bill or Will or Bob, he's not a problem. He doesn't have problems. Why can't I have that? Why am I the guy? What are we doing? It's getting dark. It really is. We lost daylight. Now, I don't know. Do you think it's only up to like 130 something, but before wasn't it higher? I think you need new batteries. Wait, is it, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
You might need new What kind of batteries does it take?
Oops.
Unless, because the flame is dying down, it's not cooking as well. But still, it should be above 130. Hey, let's try this one. I think you need new batteries. Or maybe not. We don't eat raw pork. That's one thing. There should be a little light saying low battery or something, so you know there's just really no way to... No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like an indicator light saying low battery.
Yes.
I'll put this one back on. My brother tends to that. Let's see how dark it's... You see my shadow in the porch light. You see how dark it's getting. You can't even see the pork chopper. There it is. Okay.
Just leave these over the flame itself.
Well, yeah, but I think you need new batteries too while we're at it. Because, see, as a test, put new batteries in and see if... What does it take? Double A's, triple A's? What's it take?
Those coin ones.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You don't have any of those coin batteries, do you?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, we gotta get a coin battery. All right. Do we have an analog meat thermometer or no?
Don't think so.
Don't think so. Okay. So we gotta get some coin batteries,
Yes.
and there's all different types. Find out which that one is. And, yeah, okay. Oh, that's what else we can talk about. Your thing finally came in. We should go do that. The other day, you got your heatsink fan for your CPU, and you got your RAM.
Yes.
So we should like do that next.
Yes.
But right now, we had some clerical shit to do, and then I had to drop the car off. I had to, what else did I do? I had to go to the ENT, and then we wanted to grill before it got too dark. So it's like there's only so much time in the day. But you got another day off. You got a personal day. So you got actually get 2 days off this week instead of, you're working 5 instead of 6 like you normally do. So, but I want to put your computer together, see if that, the new fan...
Yes.
Or if it's the actual CPU, or if something else is wrong because it's got the integrated graphics card and blah, blah, blah. And see if we put some more, if we put more memory in.
Yes.
We upgraded to Windows 10 because Windows 8 was becoming too obsolete, but then we can maybe download those emulators. People, tell us. Because we're like, Grandpa, I want to play the games of my youth again, like Toe Jam and Earl for Sega Genesis, or... What's a Nintendo game I love?
Contra.
Contra, Marble Madness. All these games I love, and then some. So, I don't want Steam. That's a pay. How do you get these? And what control should I use? I would actually, we gotta. I think, but first we gotta get your computer up to snuff because. How much RAM did it have originally when we first opened? It was just like one slot. There were 4 slots. One had the 8 gigabyte.
Yes.
And was the 144 or the whatever hertz it was? I forget. We have to look at the specs, but we'll put some RAM in. But the RAM is meaningless if this fucking computer doesn't work. What if it's something else? What if the motherboard is fucked? I don't know. There's a dusty mess in there, but whatever. We'll see. Maybe we'll do that next. Have another few. Because I'm not drunk yet. I just had sipping slowly.
Yes.
Maybe take another Prozac. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Maybe the B12 is kicking in. Maybe it's all psychological. I don't feel much different. I'm kind of rambling, but this is long-winded and boring, but this is, this is the mind of Click.
Cover those? Or?
Yeah, I guess we can, but, okay. I didn't realize it took a coin battery. So let's take a look. We're not going to open it now. You got to unscrew it, or how would you get to the battery? Just one more,
Yeah, this thing,
What I would do, buy a couple batteries, try one out. Don't throw that one out.
Yeah.
See if that has any difference. Like, 'cause I think maybe the battery is dying. So we do use this quite a bit. It's very nice. It's nice, but
Yes.
and maybe I just get an analog one.
Yeah.
I think I might have one the car's in the shop now. I had one in the car that I put in the.
That wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work. That's I put it in the one of the vents to see, because at one point the heat wasn't coming on, so I put it in the vent to see if the heat was working. But yeah, that's more of a car. It's designed for a car. I don't know if I'd stick that into a piece of meat, but all right. So. What else? How's Buddy doing here? We'll call you Buddy for lack of a name.
So far, so good, I guess.
Look how it's just gotten. We can watch how dark it's gotten as the time has gone by. See that?
Yes.
All right. So I guess the plan is we're assuming they're cooked-ish. We'll just take them out and cut them open, see how they're looking. I want to cook more so we have some food for tomorrow, but it's getting too dark. It's getting way too dark. And I don't know if this, while it's a good burn and the briquettes have a lot of life in them, they're not, as hot as when they started. So, but this does look cooked. It looks like it's.
Yes.
I'll put it. You can do your thermometer. You're gonna need. Unless I throw on some little breakfast sausages. I don't know, but that's not going to be... What are you getting? See, either that's not right or these are undercooked. I don't know. But it seems to be going slower. You see what I mean? It doesn't look right to me.
Yeah.
I think you need a new battery. I mean, what were you getting before? Before, what'd you get?
I got to like the 130s.
So if it's still going to 130s, I think your thermometer's kind of fucked. Now it's like, okay, something's like, just cut off a piece here. Let me do this. I'll hold the fork. Cut off a piece. Let's see how it looks inside. I think now we can't trust your thermometer. How's it looking?
Looks cooked.
Cooked-ish. Does it need a little more time? It looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Try this here.
Yeah, it looks cooked.
Looks okay. Remember, it's a thick cut. I don't know. We don't want it to be too dry, but I don't know. Yeah, you need a new battery, I'm thinking. How does it taste to you? Be honest, if it's a little raw-ish, we'll throw it back on. Okay, based upon his not responding, I'll put him on for a few more minutes and cover it while we still have the flame going. What do you think? Be honest. How's it?
Throw them on again.
What it taste like? Be honest.
Tasted fine to me. Like.
Well, then why are you putting them back on? You don't have to patronize me. I'm not gonna have a piece. I'm not. I just before I put this flame out, I want to make sure these are cooked. We can try them. I don't know. It tastes fine to you. I'll put it on for another 2 minutes. I don't know. Now that they're cut open, I don't know. This is my existence. Oh my god, I'm miserable all the time thinking about all these things that happen to me. All this crap. All this struggle. Why can't I just have a normal life? I can tell my stories. It's time to just focus on the reason I started this stupid channel in the first place. Maybe these drugs are making me a little testy. I don't know.
Yes.
Drugs make things worse. Or the beer or whatever. Or that B12 shit, over-the-counter shit. Maybe it's making me more irritable. And yes, we have the hose here on standby. Because like I said, we're in a drought. Hose is on. So we'll make sure it's just early tomorrow. What time is it, roughly?
It is...
Wait, sorry. It's 5 something?
5:12 p.m.
Yeah, if this was summertime, we can grill the fucking, 8 o'clock. But,
yes.
Hey, it's November. Yeah, grilling in the dark, it's just not practical. It's a pain. Yeah, we can finish up. I'm not going to put any more food on now. It's just too late to start cutting packages open. Not too late, too dark. Too dark for that. So we'll let that stay on for another 2-3 minutes,
yes,
and
sir.
then whatever it is, it should be good. I don't know. It's just, but yes, I think your thermometer, your temperature, whatever you call it, thing, is finally dying. It's time for a. And what does Brother Click want to share? Anything of import or no?
Nothing currently.
We'll clean this shit up. That's another thing. One thing I do like about broiling is that even though as much as I love the grill, it's a mess. And like you said, how'd you put it? It's like you got to go in and out and in and out. This with the oven, you're in the fucking kitchen. Your fork just open the drawer and the sink is right there. This is like in and out and in and out. So, man. Look at the autumn sky. Look at that. Oh, it actually looks nicer on on camera than it does in real life. In real life, it just looks like a meh. But on camera, it looks kind of nice. Well, I don't know. At least on this view screen. Maybe when I see the actual video, I'll say it looks so vibrant blue, like a nocturnal blue. In real life, it looks kind of brownish dull. What would you say?
Yes.
A gray.
Yes.
No clouds though. Notice that this drought is. Some minor clouds. We got rain. Was it about a week ago?
Drizzle.
But it was a slight drizzle. In fact, okay, that's another thing. There is a forest fire not too far from here, a bit further north, up in North Jersey. It's
on the New York border.
Right near to Greenwood Lake, which is just a nice little thin lake. It's we could drive up there one day. It's not too far. It's actually not too far from Middletown, which is over the state line. But anyway, the point is, even with the rain, it did nothing. I think, is the fire still raging up there? How long has it been going on now? For
a week, maybe?
Yeah. Again, forest fires in November. It's strange. This is unusual, but hey, this is life. And someone, did you see there was someone put a sign on a telephone pole saying, "Remember, we're in a drought, a drought, a drought." They wrote drought 3 times. Like you're seeing people, I guess, other, some of these Karen types or. I was hoping, I hope no one comes over or says anything or calls the police. You're not supposed to be grilling. Yeah. So the people are doing that. Their reminder, we're in a drought. They're taking it upon themselves to make these homemade shit signs to remind us that, because this is unprecedented. And there's some talk of snow before the month is over.
I didn't hear that.
This is how we break our drought cycle, potential snow at the, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not ready for snow yet. I just, but this might be our last, we'll finish up the meat you got. This might be one of our last grillings for the season.
Yes.
I don't know. Oh, and the other lawyers, I'm going to wait till December 1st. I'm calling the finger lawyer. I'm calling, I guess Social Security lawyer is gone now. I'm not going to apply for SSDI until January. I'll wait till after New Year's, as I was saying in my other video. But there was something else. Deplane. There was something else. It was,
termination.
oh yeah. Okay. So the lawyer who's handling the wrongful termination at the auto parts place, I sent them, oh, that's right. I got an email. I got this weird email. Not from the company itself, but from the third party. They use a third party app / website to handle all their pay stubs and their corporate literature. And it was addressed to me. It said, for me, it said, maybe everyone gets one addressed to them. It said, a copy of the handbook and company policy is now available to you. And I forwarded that to the lawyer. I called the lawyer who's writing this letter, this severance letter. I forwarded to the lawyer because I'm like, is this, I know when someone is fired or they quit or whatever, they're still in the system for some time because the idea is you're a former employee, you still have to be able to access pay stubs and whatnot. So usually with all these new apps and websites, if you quit or if you're fired like I was, you'll still have access to the system for whatever, 6 months or whatever, just so you can still, they can't deny you your pay stub. So was this just an auto-generated thing? Or is the company trying to cover their bases? Does the company suspect the lawsuit? Has my lawyer reached out to them? And so they're trying to say, we fired him for tardiness. Yeah. And he has the company handbook. See, they can play that game when you're giving me the company handbook. What? Not when I was first hired, not even the day I was fired. 2 months after I was fired, you're providing me the company handbook now. But unless it is just auto-generated and everybody in the system gets one, I can't tell. But I forwarded to the lawyer, and I don't know what's going to happen there. I got to call her. She's a bitch, but they're the ones who agreed to take it on contingency. Dozen lawyers, only one agreed to take it. All right, it's looking pretty good. Still succulent, still here. Yeah, I think it's good. It doesn't look, doesn't look too pink. Again, it's thick, so you want to make sure it should be all right. This one looks okay. Well, I guess it's okay. Feels very juicy. I'll put that when I'm spearing. It feels very juicy. I just wish you had a working thermometer. Don't get me wrong, your digital one is very nice, but can't read that screen. 130.
113.
No, but
Yeah.
140. I see now 140. But see, if it was 130 something before, now it's 114. I think your battery. I don't know. I'm just my thoughts. Yeah, something's wrong here. Does it look cooked to you? Because you don't want to fuck around with pork, but
It does, yes.
we can leave it on for another 2 minutes because before I put this out, tell me now, buddy.
No, I think they're cooked. I just think the flame is so low and it's so cold that I can't.
Can't even see. All right, now, do you want to do the honor? Do you want to do the honors or shall I? You want to eat? One of us has to.
You want to hold the camera?
Yeah, either or. Yeah, this is my favorite part. We put this out and the smoke billows everywhere. You can get me doing this or no? Okay, might as well do this. Might as well show this. I want to make sure. Okay, up here, buddy. Up here. So we got the hose. And now, I'm sorry. Don't want to get shit. Did I get you wet? I'm sorry. Let's do this. Hey, I'm filled up, man. and it's really too dark. I don't want to take the grate off. I just, you know, we'll just. There's water coming out the bottom.
Yes.
Get that off the deck, feel it?
Yes.
Any more smoke rising? It's just mist.
Just missed.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll leave the hose on for now. I'll come back in like 20 minutes and just hit it one more time to play it extra safe, but I think the flame is out. We don't want to be responsible for the next forest fire. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Okay, and this rambling, I might have to cut this up into 2 or 3 videos, because who's going to want to watch
Yes.
well, like an hour and a half of me grilling and sharing my thoughts and my random life, and we can hear the waterfall. The water's cascading off that pan and down to the deck and through the slats there. All right, but you tried it? You want to try another piece? Tell me how it is. I'm not hungry. The steak, I really don't want to eat right now. I feel like, ugh. But it looks juicy. You know, pork is notorious for drying out the next day. Yeah, it looks cooked. It looks juicy. It looks white. The other white meat, how is it?
Nice and tender. Yeah.
You wear your sunglasses at night so you can eat pork chops. All right. For now, Occupational Click out.